My advice to young women is be good. Find a way to be good at what you do and get yourself into the room because you're very good at what you do. When I describe myself as creative, entrepreneurial, and collaborative, I think the way that translates into the boardroom is my superpower is probably strategy. And what I mean by that is when you can think broadly, that's that creative, entrepreneurial leadership part. Strategy is really one of the main functions of a board. So you have to be able to see the big picture, allow management to do what they're meant to do, but make sure they keep focused on the long-term view and the strategy of what the business needs to do. The second thing I think I do well, because I'm both trained as a mechanical engineer and I've got journalism, is that I've got very good communication skills. And so I like to say that I'm a translator between the technical and commercial outcomes. And so you have to be able to boil down bigger concepts into very simple concepts so that people can understand them and the whole room can take it up and proceed with that. So that's probably the second thing I think I bring to the table, and that's important for a board. And the last thing is the practicality of it. So this collaborative negotiator means that everybody's got to feel a win. And so you've got to do that practical view of how things boil down to allowing the group to get to the win. And so, collaboration means people, practical means that you understand that the technical and commercial drivers, and then you actually have to push forward into the solution set. So I guess I'll start off by saying that energy has always been in transition. If you even look at conventional oil and gas, reserves and output that you never used to be able to access are now accessible because we figured out how to drill better. We figured out how to be more efficient in the way that we produce. So the energy industry has always been moving. And I would say that I like change as a person. Just entrepreneurial mindset means that you like change. So change is not new. It's always been there. It's always going to be there. If you aren't changing and you're static, you're probably dead in the water. Business needs to change and adapt and keep moving in a forward direction. The interesting part about saying that change is necessary is that generally speaking, people really don't like change. They'll say that they like change, but it really makes them uncomfortable because change means you're making decisions and the pathway is not necessarily clear because you've not seen it before. You have to lead people through change by being a calm, composed person that makes decisions based on data and facts and really understands how to talk about the risk trade-offs that are required for change. Because every business you're in is just a risk management business, especially in energy. So I would say that that's one of my skills, is to really understanding how to remain composed and calm in the face of change, and how to explain to the folks around me what the risk trade-offs are when we make decisions. Well, I guess when I talk about mentoring young women, I know that I stand on the shoulders of many other women, my mom, fellow board members, and now my daughters. So there's a continuum there. First, I'd like to recognize that it was my board chair, Patty McLeod, that actually nominated me for this award. And it's very interesting that even getting involved in the board or seeing what good board leadership looks like comes from someone as capable as Patty. And of course, now we have to make sure that knowledge passes along to the future generations. So I know when I graduated from engineering, I was like, man, it's going to be tough, but I'm going to get there. And looking backwards, it's a little sad for me that it hasn't gone further, but it's a really great thing to know that it has moved. And so in a perfect world, as I look forward, I'm mentoring daughters and other young women to find their place in it. But I also have 3 sons. So I've got 5 kids, 3 sons, 2 daughters. I'm also teaching my sons how to, the meritocracy would have everyone in the room all respecting each other, and that just good is what is necessary to be involved in leadership and board careers. So I guess my advice to young women is be good. Find a way to be good at what you do and get yourself into the room because you're very good at what you do. Now, I would also say that because I've raised 5 kids and had a pretty good career, I had to be very flexible on what that meant to me, because for me, having a great life and a great career also included an active role in raising my children. So I think that I encourage young women to think, yes, I can have it all, but what am I willing to do so that having it all is the balance that I need for me? Well, I'm completely humbled to be recognized by other women who and women that know how deeply and feel it very deeply how hard this journey has been. It means a lot to me that it's a women's organization that actually recognized me. And again, I mentioned Patty McLeod, but I'm just tickled pink that it was her that nominated me, because I so respect the board work she does, and I'm so lucky to have her as my board chair. And then finally, it's really important to my business. I'm starting up a company. It's backed by the Alberta Pension Fund. We are creating a new industry. We have the first geothermal power plant in Canada. So the recognition of my work on boards that repatriates back to Futura Power and the new industry we're trying to create in both Alberta and Canada is super important. And I'd like to say that this board recognition also recognizes it's not just what we're doing, but how we're doing it. So we're going to stand up a real company with great governance and a great board. I think I've got one of the best boards that ever was, so I feel super lucky. So it's not just what we're doing, but it's how we're doing it. And the integrity of what we're doing matters to me quite a bit.